What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to be doing the sort of masteries video, a video that I wanted to be doing a while back now, but because I've got new masteries now, so I'm going to show them off to you. But yeah, let's get into this video. So beforehand, I had sort of different masteries. They didn't look like this. The offense, defense, proficiencies, they didn't look like this. But now I kind of got a few units, and not a few, but quite a lot. And I unlocked the suicide masteries. So we have the liquid courage, which increases attack of all champions by 30%, but you get a poison, which drains 0.6% each second, and then 30% increase attack of all champions. But up to 20% health is lost by bleed debuff, and that's the double edge one. And then you got the recoil one, which is you suffer 5% health when using a special attack, but you gain 30% additional damage or additional attack. So suicide masteries, they are pretty good. There's also it's got their cons, like everything. There's got their cons, but I'll get into that in just a bit. But yeah, they're quite expensive. I think for the suicide masteries and willpower, which is in defense, I'll get to that in a bit. It cost altogether like 6,000 units, or just over 5,000 units. I already had assassin, deep wounds, and despair unlocked, so I'm not really going to count that. But an alternative, if you don't want to use suicide masteries, you can actually take that whole sort of tree out, and you can just invest in despair, deep wounds, or assassin. Bear in mind, I haven't completed 100% Act 4 yet. I'm still yet to do that. So all the additional points are probably going to go into assassin or deep wounds, one of them. So I'm just going to I'll be getting additional damage with that, because I really want to boost my attack. My defense, I'm not really too fussed about. It's the attack that I'm kind of I kind of want to improve on, because the way I play, I'm really aggressive. When I'm playing properly, when I'm concentrating in fights, I'm doing like variant, or when I'm doing Act 6, especially Act 6, I kind of concentrate a lot, so I hardly get hit in fights. So yeah, that's kind of why I've moved on to suicide masteries. But in defense, we have this first tree here on the left hand side, and then we've got willpower. So willpower, for each new debuff your champion suffers, they passively regenerate 0.7% health per second and gain 135 armor until that effect expires. It doesn't affect robots, so I don't really see it to be a need. It doesn't really need to sort of affect the robots when you have suicide masteries, because obviously robots they've got that double immunity, so it's not really needed when you've got suicide. But any other champion, you kind of need this willpower mastery, because you have to regen that health back, or a portion of that health back. So that's why that's important. To get that, you need to have 15 points in this first sort of tree here. So I've gone with 4 points in block proficiency, 4 points in physical resistance, 3 in recovery, and 1 in the others. So that's 15, and then we've got 8, then 3 here, so that's 18. So you don't have to copy this. You can literally take away 3 points or 2 points in block proficiency and put it in salve, or you can sort of mix and match. You need to have 3 in recovery though. That's a must. But other than that, you can kind of mess around with it. There needs to be 15 points in this to unlock willpower, like to get it. Willpower costs in itself 1 carbonium core for each sort of mastery point, but you need to have 15 to first be able to unlock it. So yeah. And proficiencies is sort of the basic one. I haven't got petrify or pacify unlocked, but I don't really need them. So I've got sort of that little mini tree there. But yeah, like I said, I haven't completed Act 400% yet, so I will be gaining 2 more mastery points because I've still got chapter 2 and 3 left. But yeah, let's get into where suicides are useful and suicides are not useful. So we've got story quest, and event quest. So just your normal quests, they are useful in these. They are very useful in these quests. Not only because you could bring you can bring 5 champions in your quest, so it does help a lot when you have more champions. Because I use like sentinels, I use blade as well a lot. I use sometimes I use domino. Obviously domino, she's gonna bleed and be poisoned at the beginning of a fight due to these suicide masteries, but her damage output's gonna be it's not gonna be. I've seen it. It's insane. So it's fine with that. Obviously when you got sentinel, because I use sentinel quite a bit, he's really good with these suicide masteries. So any robot, if you have Ultron's another one who's really good. Vision, I haven't tried Vision out yet, but I'm guessing he'll be quite good with these. Because it's a 60% increase in your attack. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good trade-off, especially when you're not really losing health when you've got a robot. But yeah. So event quests, the pros, you're gonna get fights done quicker. You're gonna complete quests quicker. A con for everything is that you're gonna, for each sort of section in this game or subsection in this game, is that you're always gonna lose health if you haven't got a double immune champion. So that's the only con. But if you don't get hit too much in fights, then these suicide masteries are really good. So we got arena next. Arena, probably the most useful. Like, these are the most used. If you want to score high in arena, these masteries are probably the most useful in arena because they boost your PI insanely, like in an insane amount. So obviously you're gonna get fights done quicker. Arena is just one fight, remember. So like literally one fight with one champion. You don't have to use the same champion or whatever to go through like 8 fights. It's literally 3 fights, 3 champions. So that's why it's kind of useful. You're gonna get fights done quicker. You're gonna score more points because of the PI is gonna be more. So, and then therefore you're gonna gain a bit more in arena because you're gonna score higher, obviously. So in arena, I'd say suicide is where the most important. That's where like suicide sort of thrive. So obviously I'm gonna start doing more arena now because now I can sort of compete with other people to get those high rewards in arena. And also I need I need more gold, so that's why I'm gonna be doing more arena. But so when we talk about Alliance War and Alliance Quest, Alliance War defense, there's more cons than pros. Obviously you'd want to put in your defense double immune champions, but you've got to think about diversity as well and what other people have. So that's going to be a downfall. Recoil is also going to be a downfall because whenever your defender uses a special attack, they're going to lose 5% of their health. So that's also going to be a sort of a con. But in war, you're going to get fights done quicker, but it's sort of a tricky one because if you mess up in fights, the cost of like potions by units is going to be a lot in war, and alliance potions overall are quite expensive. I mean, you can buy them at Glory, but Glory doesn't come around too often, as in like it's not something like units where you can buy. So I mean, that's the pros is that you're going to get fights done quicker, but you're also going to lose health in war. And in war, you kind of want to take out bosses with 100% health. So I mean, it's like what other people do is that they take off these masteries, they put their old masteries without the suicides, put in their war defense, and then they use the suicide masteries for attack, which I can see there's a merit in that because your defenders are going to be more suitable in war, but the attack is also going to have that additional damage. We're also going to be losing health over time. So there's sort of pros and cons in that. But yeah, Alliance Quest, because I use Sentinel, Iceman, and Medusa, it's not too not too bad. I've got 2 double immune champions and I've got 1 poison immune champion, so it's not that bad in Alliance Quest. The same rules apply. You're going to lose health over time, so if you use sort of champions who aren't double immune or who aren't immune to bleed or poison, you're gonna take a bit of damage. But yeah, like I said, potions in Alliance, Quest and War, they're much more than quest potions, so just pick your quest team. I say your quest team, pick them wisely. I always keep at least 1 double immune champion in my quest team. It's always been like that. I've always brought my Iceman or a robot in quest, and then I can bring like 1 poison immune or 1 bleed immune champion. Now that I'm quite blessed to have a 6-star sentinel, so I can bring him in, who's double immune. But yeah, that's sort of the pros and cons of Suicide Masteries. Overall, my verdict: I like them. I think they're awesome. But also, like, I'm not perfect. I do mess up in fights quite a bit. So with them, I have to sort of concentrate in every fight. Like in War, I've got to concentrate, make sure I don't get hit in fights, because if you get hit, then you're gonna it's additional damage that additional health that you're taking away. So, and I try to not use my special attacks too much. I try to wait out for my special 3 and end the fight with the special attack. Unless I'm using Blade, you can regen the health up. But yeah, so those are the Suicide Masteries. Let's just show them off. So I believe before I changed my Masteries, I took out this Red Hulk in under. I took him out in 553, 54 hits, something like that, on the top of my head. The same team that I'm using right now. Apart from Wolverine, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't have Wolverine 4-star. I think I used his 3-star for the additional crit. But this is the team I'm going to be using. We're just going to just showcase these Masteries. See if we can take this Red Hulk down in under 500 hits. But yeah, let's see what we can do. So yeah, I'm aiming for under 500 hits, because it's hopefully under 400 hits or just over 400 hits. But as you can see with the Masteries now, he's 18,000 blade is his PI, and he's got, without the class advantage, he's got 4,335 attack. So it's pretty good. Blade's one of the best champions to use with Suicide, because he can regen his health. But yeah, let's get into the fight. So as you can see, I am losing health with the bleed and the poison. The poison will stay with me throughout the whole entire fight. The bleed will not. It's got the timer, so I think it's 16 seconds or something like that. But as you can see, the regen that you can see there is actually from Willpower, the Willpower node. So that's why it's very important, because I would have lost much more health if I didn't have the Willpower node active. Not Willpower node, sorry, Willpower Mastery. But yeah, this is basically Suicide Masteries. There, as you can see, I'm hitting really hard. The attacks that aren't critting, they're doing like 2k, 1.5k damage. So he is hitting very, very hard, and you can see some of the crits are doing 8k. I'll just bait out this special one. I'll push him to another special one, and then I'll use a special 3, and I'll just showcase a bleed on this special 3, because it is pretty insane. But yeah, what was that, 55 hits, 87%. He's out at the moment, so it's going pretty good. I think this Red Hulk has 1.5 million health points. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure that is true. He's also got Limber as well, so I've got to be careful with that. But we're just going to use another special 3. But keep an eye on the health. When I use a special attack, I do get recoil, which means that I lose 5% of my health. So it's pretty. That's probably. I'd say if suicides didn't have this recoil sort of mastery that you have to like sort of unlock to get liquid courage and double edge, then I'd advise everyone to get it. But I'd say this is the only downside to it. Oh, I don't think. Wait, dude, does special 3 attacks? I don't think special 3 attacks get recoil. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I didn't see my health drop below 80%. But yeah, we're just gonna be using these special 3s more. Just build a special 1 and then we use a special 3. If you want to throw it. Okay, cool. Didn't get the 20% bonus damage, but 12% will do. So we'll reach just over 100 hits and he's at 69% health. So it's really good at the moment. Pretty good. So if you want to sort of intercept a lot in these fights, I haven't really been doing that much of Labyrinth the Legends. So as you can see, we're just doing these intercepts at the moment. We use a special 2. This should take recoil. As you can see, it should say recoil now. There we are. Yep. But the bleed damage is just insane with these special 2s and special 3s. Special 1s, they're also quite good. They last longer. I'll show them off now. So look, they're lasting longer. 400 points per second. So it is, as you can see, these suicide masteries are really good. Okay, we just got hit now. So as you can see, like getting hit is kind of like it's important you don't get hit in these fights. Obviously, I just got hit then, but yeah, not to worry. We still sort of attack into him. Use a special 3 again, 20% bonus damage. I find it hard talking and concentrating in fights at the same time. But I don't know what our combo is now. So obviously we got hit, but I'm guessing it's like just it's probably like just over 200 maybe. And he's at 41%, so okay. Let's just bait out the special 1 and then I'll probably go in for a 5-hit combo and then I'll use a special 2. Sort of try and get him back up to the special 1. But yeah, when you've got a champion who's on a limber node, you kind of want to play around with his special attacks and play around with your special attacks as well. So you see, like those type of intercepts are so important in this game to sort of get. Okay, he evaded that, so I got kind of lucky then. But it's so important in this type of game to sort of get the intercept mechanic to master it, because you won't get too far in this game without it, because there's so many stun immune champions now and so many limber nodes going around, so you kind of want to make sure that you can get these sort of parry and not necessarily parry and limber nodes, but the intercept mechanic down. It's very important. What I like to do is sort of, if I want to intercept, I sort of go into a full forward combo and then I go back in, because he's either gonna, if he's not against the wall, he'll either drop back and then you can sort of attack him that way, or he will come at you and then you can intercept it that way. So pretty good. But as you can see, we're taking advantage of Blade's regen, so we can regen the poison sort of poison damage that he's taken. Just gonna do this and then use a special 2. This is one of the reasons why I played it so good with these masteries. It's because you can regen the health very well. Special 2, and I just hit 8,000 crits, man. This is awesome. Awesome fight. Awesome fight. And awesome damage as well. Use a special 1 to push him up. Do the special 1 to his special 1. So look, you go back and then you go back in. 4 hits, go back in. That's sort of how you. And that's the fight done. How many hits was that? Let's see. 346 hits. And that's a 1.5 mil, I think. 1.555, I believe. Something like that. Red Hulk. So, Suicide Masteries. Without Suicide Masteries, you probably get them done in within 500 hits. If you have a 5-star Aegon, and you're going to do a Legends run with Suicide Masteries, you're going to complete it very quickly. Very, very quickly. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. If you have, the support has been so good lately. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and like. And I hope you decide to use the Suicide Masteries or decide to try them out, because they are quite useful. But anyway, peace.